Indian and Western cultures are stark opposites of each other, but we often see people from both sides claiming their culture to be the most superior variant of the two. Let's dig into the whole concept and see who comes out on top. Western culture prioritizes individualism, which is basically an approach where you are encouraged to be completely independent and self-sufficient from a very early age. As a kid, you are given your own room, given privacy before you even know what privacy means, allowed to be out until late at night, and are expected to move out of your parents' home as soon as you become an adult. You are taught to not rely on anyone for your own survival and growth. This has the benefit of people growing and establishing their own individual identity, granting them a higher likelihood of doing something different or unique with their life. But at the same time, the culture completely fails to build family values or even the idea of contributing to something bigger than yourself. People are taught to strive to move away from living with their parents and focusing more on themselves and their own individualistic future. As a consequence, they end up going several years, if not decades, without even seeing their parents. As a result, the elderly end up at a higher risk of being lonely, isolated, and ending up in old age homes for the rest of their lives. Essentially, in the Western world, collective values are sacrificed for individual growth. The Indian culture practices the concept of collectivism. In this culture, people are encouraged to do the opposite of what the West does. They are encouraged to continue living with their parents and their immediate family even after achieving financial independence of their own. Family values are given more importance over individual freedom, and the problem of parents being separated from their children after their kids reach adulthood, at least in theory, is mitigated. This is the kind of culture where you see the ideas of heritage, inheritance, and legacy gain the most importance. But the thing is, even though there is a lower likelihood of older family members being lonely, there is also a lower likelihood of their children developing a unique personality and becoming something different than the rest. And even if they do become unique, there is a much higher chance that this uniqueness will never be valued, since the individual goals and ambitions of the youth are set aside to prioritize the growth of the collective. The best example of this is how so many young people in India spend all their early years trying to achieve the dreams of their parents, whether that's clearing a highly competitive exam, becoming an engineer, becoming a doctor, or becoming a civil servant. So which one is better? In which culture would you rather live?